Good morning, and welcome to Viva Cafe con Leche on the last day of 2020.
Woo-hoo!
Woo! Oh my goodness. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. I'm coming to you from a very gray, soggy Southern Connecticut. I am Lori Monaco with Align Yourself Inc. I am a transformational coach and speaker, and I am a chiropractic physician and a fat eviction specialist, and I am known as the Badass Buddha. Welcome, welcome.
Welcome, bienvenidas a Viva Café con Leche, aquí con la Margarita, your gladiator guru, your spiritual and creative healing life coach, your wedding officiant, your notary. Come see about me if you're in Tampa, your writer, and your artiste. Welcome to the last 15 hours of what, 2020 is it? Or
Yes.
or more?
We've only been saying it all year because we're like 2020.
No,
So,
because
yeah.
I did the Viva in live in 5 and it says 2020 and people are gonna say, look at it, and it has a countdown, meaning that's how long we have of 2020. So the countdown was, I think it's at like 15 hours. But yes, bienvenido mi gente on this last day of December. And we want to thank you for spending it with us this beautiful. It's also a grayish morning. The sun looks like it wants to come out here in Tampa, but it's beautiful. It's going to be high 81 today.
I don't know what the high is going to be here, but I'm pretty damn sure it's not going to be 81. And let's talk about you. Look at you. You've got your jewel here. You got your eye here.
I've always wear my jewels, and it's not just, oh, look, let me just stick that. It's more towards my third eye chakra. So today
But
I was
that's what
like,
I mean.
I got to be in tune. I'm going to be burning sage and my Palo Santo different times, of course. Today I'm lighting my candle. For the new year, I have my evil eye pendant, which this really hangs on my window. But I said, what the hell? I'm putting it out over my neck today. I got white silk on because you know what? I want to enter the new year with positive vibes, with just a clarity. That's all, you know.
Yeah, you look very angelic today.
And celebrating all the little things, because I think we forget to celebrate the little things. And so that's going forward this year. I'm going to continue to celebrate all the little things. Like today, my hair, I love it. I was going to take it down. I can't even put my head straight. I feel like Marge Simpson, but I love it. Because you know what? Because as long as I like it, then I'm fine with it. The world is fine.
I think it's adorable.
It's about you being comfortable in your skin and dance with your spirit. And that's what we need to set out to do this new year. So good morning, the fat eviction specialist. I love that.
Yes, and for those that need to lose weight, you could save $100 if you register by today for my January sessions. So a lot of people are going to be reaching out to me in January because that's their New Year's resolution. They want to lose weight. That's like the top 5 every year is to lose weight. And most people fail by February, like they don't reach their goals, or they didn't do much to help themselves by the second week of February. So this program, you could lose a lot of weight in 6 weeks. So by that time, when everybody's failing, you could be succeeding, but you got to reach out to me and either DM me or go onto my website, and then you'll be able to click, find out more about it. I have a video that's up there, and then register. So, but today's the last day for the $100 savings. So it's a significant savings. So yeah. And I mean, I've lost a significant amount of weight. I mean, I've lost 40 pounds on this program, and a gladiator guru has lost a bunch of weight. She had to redo it again because just of all the stuff that's been going on in her life, and it made it a little bit more challenging, but she is rocking it now.
Yeah. I'm like right at the 1.5 pound away from 20 pounds. So
That's good.
I'm super excited. The program works. The inflammation part is what it's wonderful. You don't feel your body. It's just wonderful. Come see about Dr. Lori, the fat eviction lady, because it overall body and health wise, even the clarity of the mind because of the foods we eat that bombard us, and so it's a great program. So
I was thinking of also calling myself the Fat Terminator, you know, and saying like the catch line, like, and you won't be back, you know, like,
I like that. Good morning, Michelle Houston. Good morning, Tiffany Bryan. Good morning, Maria Garcia, my sister from another mister. Good morning, buenos dias.
all right. Coffee. How's your coffee today, my love?
I made it too heavy, you know. For those who know me know I never drink coffee. It's just unacceptable to drink coffee. But here I am. Here I am.
That's right. That's right. You know what? We were talking about you last night on the group chat. Gladiator Guru wasn't able to make the Kairos group chat last night. And we were talking about, because this group is starting to end, and they're gonna go into the maintenance cycling phase, and a couple of them are gonna do it again, but one of them is starting in the end of January, one of them is gonna wait till February. But we're talking about bringing back certain things in that make us happy, you know, that are part of our diet, and the difference between eating properly, like, or eating to survive, and eating as a pleasure, you know, which we sometimes are eating more pleasurable than we are as a necessity. And but I talked about your coffee, and I said, you know, Gladiator Guru really loves her coffee, and she needs to have her coffee back in. So we just adjust for that, you know. So it's especially with your coffee, the way you do it, it's not like it's this horrible high caloric, like seriously bad, you know, lots of fat, lots of sugar coffee. It is you know, it's mild, comparatively speaking. So you could easily put that back in and bring back that pleasure to yourself for those moments, you know. So pretty soon you'll be hitting that coffee again with the tribe, and we'll all know it because we'll see it in her face.
But yeah,
It will
because
be orgasmically wonderful. You'll see it.
it's, you know, coffee is it's a love affair. It's a love affair that you encounter every morning with. It's that intimate, quiet, stolen moments before the house wakes up. That's what my coffee is. And I just love to just sit, watch the sunrise on my back porch, or just sit in silence in my chair. And it's just, you know, it's a beautiful thing. And for those who don't drink coffee, I'm so sorry for you. I'm so sorry. You know, because coffee is life. That's right, Maria. Coffee is life. And I think I have a thing out with one of my cups in my books where I say café es vida. Can you go with that? I think we can go, you know, the only thing we can't go without is breathing. But everything else we can adjust. You know, we can put it on hold and come back to it. So it's not like such devastation. It's just, what do you want to put into it?
Michelle says I have my Palo Santo ready too.
Yeah. For my birthday, my daughter gave me the whole shell with the feather, some sage, and some Palo Santo. And I haven't used it yet because I was waiting for tonight. You just can't do them both at the same time. I literally love just filling my house with the smoke of the sage. I open all my windows, I'm chanting, you know, my prayers going through every corner in my house. And then I love to leave it right outside my front door so that the neighbors really believe I'm a witch and they don't fuck with me.
I have a love-hate relationship with sage. I burn sage for its purpose only, to ward out the negative. I'm not a big fan of the smell. So, but I do it. I know that I believe in its abilities, but I just, that smell, there's so many other, like, scents that I like, and that is not one of them, unfortunately. But
You
I
know,
still do.
what they say though, when you're burning sage and it bothers you, you're the negative in the
Oh,
house.
don't say that. Don't say. I know people in my family that would totally agree with you on that.
Yeah,
So
they said if you're burning sage in your house and you're the one who gets choked up and can't have to get away because the smell's bothering you. Yeah, so I always have this with me. It's my little thing of my crystals.
nice.
So I always have them, and when I burn sage, I always cover them. This one cleans itself out. And then this one I burned the silver on the tip of it, but this is my clarity one. You know, I have them all here, and when I burn my sage, I always put it right around my stones.
Oh, we have to do a shout out to Jonathan. Pookie Cruz is on, and we're gonna have him back on as a guest, which is going to be really exciting. It's so has such great insight. So so one of the things that we've been doing, so this was in the making towards the end of 2020, and we are going to be really kicking it up a notch for the show and for our businesses in general too. But we are about to get very, very busy. Gladiator Guru and I have set that intention, and we're going to talk about setting intentions today with our guest who's sitting waiting in the background. I could see him in the studio, in the green room. I like saying that. And so but we set the intention to really knock it out of the park this year. Like 2021 is going to be the year. And we're already starting to see that the moment you decide upon that and the moment you put that out. So we've sort of been flying by the seat of our pants a little bit as far as the show goes, just because it's so new and we didn't really know where to go and how to do it. And we had a list of things that we wanted to talk about, which we had put into place a long time ago. But our guests and all that stuff were always very last minute. Sometimes we didn't even get a guest. I think there was one show we didn't even get a guest. But this year we are doing it where we are planning the intention is to plan 6 months ahead of time. So we are still working on that. We got up to February. But we want to plan 6 months out. We want to have our guests all lined up. We have started actively asking people to come on the show. So if you have seen the posts, and if you have not yet, but you see the post, there is a link that you must click onto if you would like to be on the show. Now, if you've already been on the show, don't worry about it. We already have, your information. But if you would like to be on the show, you click on the link, fill out the information so that we know how to reach you. You know what's expected of you. We need pictures. We need bios. We don't want to be chasing people for these things because that is how busy we are going to be getting in January. And so I've been creating the events on the Facebook page so that everybody could go onto the Facebook page and see what's coming up. So you could look at the program schedule and say, oh, this is coming up and this is coming up. And we really would like to, that's going to be a good show, and spread it. That's the cool thing about the Facebook events page. You can share those events before they happen. And so that's what we're going to ask you to do is we want you to, like I said, to support. So we want you to share it. Anyway, I think we're at the 18 mark. So let us
do the mantra.
Yeah, please. And then we'll get Efra in the house because everybody loves having him in the house. And let's start talking about 2021. All right. So who am I? You do intention. Yes, my love?
Yes. And it is when you focus on your purpose, you become closer to your gain and closer to your goal. Focus your mind on your purpose, and that is when you become closer to your gain, closer to your goal. That's your intention. Focus on your purpose. What is your purpose? And then as you focus on that, it's over here, but you become closer to what you have to do. You have clarity on what your steps are to get there. Right. Because we all know what we think we want, but then we don't put in the work to take the proper steps to get there without detouring into someone else's lane. Stay in your lane. That's the whole affirmation. Stay in your lane. Francia and I were talking, and she says, people do not face traffic when they stay in their own lane. And I thought that was the most beautiful thing, because sometimes we want to help this, we want to see what's going on here, and you lose focus on what your purpose is. And then you wonder, why am I still like the turtle all the way behind and everybody's going forward? Well, because, you didn't mind your damn business. Stay focused on your purpose. Stay focused on your purpose, and that way you will move forward. And it's all about it's like that when you're on an airplane, how the path lights up on the bottom, so if you gotta go to the bathroom at 3:00 in the morning, you know where you're going. That's how easy life is. If you're in your own lane and you're focused on your gain, the path gets lighted up for you.
And before I do my mantra, I want to shout out to my cousin, because I have so few of my family members that ever come on to my shows. And good morning, Anna. I'm so glad you're here. So I'm thrilled that my cousin Anna's here. And the mantra for today is very simple, people. New year, new me. That's what you're going to say all day today and all day tomorrow. New year, new me. New year, new me. Good? Good. All right. Let's get Efraim on.
Woo-hoo! Look at him.
Look at how much he sucks. Look at him outside. I knew he was going to be outside in the sunny with the palm trees behind him.
I just want to show up my place where I meditate and where I do my things here. Look how beautiful this is. Right?
That is.
It's gorgeous. I don't know
And
if you guys can hear because the wind. Can you hear me well? No.
Yeah, we're okay. You're okay. One thing I will say is, and I'm actually glad that Efra put is showing you this, because he's proof positive of what it's like to set an intention. His intention was to move out of Connecticut and move to Florida. His intention was to move to be near the water. And his intention was to sell his condo and get something else. And it was all at a time when all this crazy crap was happening. And yes, people were moving, but he just kept going with it. And that's why that's why we thought it was a great idea to have him on the show, to really emphasize the importance of setting your intention, trusting in the process, because he's a really great example of what that's like, So how do we want to start this? Because Gladiator Guru came up with some beautiful things that she insight for herself. So why don't we do it this way? Why don't we talk about Gladiator? You start, and then Efra could probably take it from there after you're done, because he'll see where you're going with that, and then I can come in on my thing. So why don't we start with that?
Yes, but first, Ephraim, I am so proud to know you that you said, I'm going to do this. And people are like, are you crazy? How are you going to move now? You shouldn't move now. And you were like, you stood in your lane.
Yeah.
You stood in your lane and you followed through and you accomplished. So, enhorabuena. That's beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad to be with you guys. Thank you.
Yeah, we're happy too. Okay, so I just wrote down a couple things. It's not long, but it's what I learned this year to clearly navigate the new year. And I can say that in the chaos of 2020 and the unknown and the fear-stricken ambiance around me, I found my true direction. So, one, I realized the solution is always in the problem. You must breathe, calm down, find some clarity, and resolve. You can't stop at the problem. You got to keep because there's a solution in every problem. They're like twins. It's not a problem, then a solution. They're twins. They come together. And sometimes it's just like a puzzle. You just got to figure it out. The saying, when I would sit there alone, this too shall pass. Why? Because if we acknowledge what's happening, accept it, allow ourselves to feel all the emotions that come with it, and then we let it go. Stressing over everything is a no-no, mi gente. It's a no-no. Emotions should be a quick visit, not a roommate. Let the bitch breeze by. We get so caught up in what we're feeling. We get so caught up in, well, I'm hurt or this. Feel it and let it go. Learn to balance what to hold on to and what to let go of. So anger and rage, they're real monsters, mi gente. They're real. So don't allow them to be the thieves of your love and laughter. Because I've lived in anger and rage for the majority part of my life, and I thought it was okay. And once I released it, I was like, oh my God. So, and I also learned this year that I am a badass creator, I'm a badass artist, and I'm just a fun coach, a real coach. I'm raw with my art, I'm raw with my writing, and I will be raw with whatever client decides to come with me, because that's what life is. Not walking on eggshells and not treating people with kid gloves on. It's about being real, facing the fact, and acknowledging what it is you need to change and moving on. And the last one, oh no, that I am a doer, not a planner. Because I tried planning and delayed a project for 6 months because I was too busy trying to learn about it, research about it, and figuring out when it was, instead of just going forward and doing it like I always do. And the last
Paralysis
one
of
is,
analysis.
yes. And the last one is, I learned to wholeheartedly trust my process.
Yes.
Driven by the divine, by my universe, I learned to trust my process. That's simple. That's it.
Beautiful. Hey,
All
and
right, Efra.
that's the way it is, right? Well, I am just like you. Look, if I was going to plan, I would not be sitting right here where I always wanted to be, and I never took action. Action is the name of the game. You either do it
Mhm.
and deal with whatever that is coming up, or you are gonna be sitting thinking, what ifs? What ifs
Yes.
won't create life in your future. It is either take action and do what you must, or be that same thinking like everybody else is. A lot of people want to have a new future, a new life, a new body, a new health, but it is too difficult. What if doesn't work? What if I don't like? Let me try. Try my ass. You either take this shit by the hand, sit in the driver's seat, and be the driver of your fucking life, or someone will drive you. That's simple,
Yes. Yes.
right? So the thing is this: for me, being here is like it's a dream come true. Guys, if I were to give you details of the shit that happens to me the last 2 months living in Florida, you might think you are nuts to still be here and smile. The truth of the matter is, it is my life. I got what I got because I created, and I dealt with it like a big boy. And guess what? I'm here, smiling and happy because 2021 is going to be a fucking incredible year because I say so, and I will make
Amen.
sure.
And that's it, because you said so.
Yeah,
And
That's right.
and that's all everybody needs to learn. Why you think you're gonna be successful? Because I said so. Point blank
that's it.
period. I love
That's
that.
it. That's it. And now again, there are going to be things showing up in my way, and like I said, I will deal with that as it comes when it does, and maybe never will. And I was talking to my students last night. I have an amazing group of people that I've been teaching online. I have professors from different universities. I have all kinds of people, which is an amazing thing. And I have kids. I was telling them, if we were to dwell on what happened in 2020, we could have and find many different problems, and we can actually talk about it. But the truth of the matter is, what would that create for us in our future? Nothing, right? In my opinion, we just taint the possibility of creating as something new. So what I devised, I devised, I just suggested last night was that we only focus about the things that worked for us in 2020. So nothing that did not work for you, for me, for anyone would ever stop us or ever, you know, make us stopping from creating the future that we want. And for me, 2020 was the best year. I know it sounds crazy, right? It was the best year because all the things I thought was so meaningful, that I would not be able to leave behind. I am only in Connecticut because of this. These are mine. And I noticed in less than 6 months, all the things that I was attached to, none of them were mine. And they were gone. And I lived fucking well. Anyway, so I decided to myself, if I am going to have to create something new, then Florida will be, it's going to be me and my family with this beautiful view. And so 2020 for me was awesome. There is nothing that I can regret or complain about it, because my 2021 and the rest of my 40, 50 years of my life is going to be fucking health and wealth. That's all that is to it.
I love it.
Yep.
I found that 2020 was challenging for a lot of people, but the more people that I speak to, and I don't know if it's just because, right? So Ephraim, you can agree to this, and Gladiator Guru, you'll agree to this as well, is that misery loves company, right? We've all figured that one out. And happiness loves company too. So the more positive you are, the more positive the people are around you.
Absolutely.
And it seems that I've met more people who've said 2020 was a fantastic year than not.
Yes.
Even the people that said it was challenging, they said, but in the end, though, I learned a lot about this, or I learned a lot about that. And for me, 2020 was like unbelievably, it was successful in a different way. Like I lost a lot of public speaking gigs that I usually did, but I shifted in a direction that I never thought I would shift into. And I actually like this direction because it's getting me more like national attention, as opposed to the workshops, which were more local, like, within the New England area. So, and what I learned about myself was, so as Gladiator Guru was saying that this is what she learned about herself, my biggest thing was I am very good at shifting and flowing. I've known this for a couple of years now, but it was very noticeable for me this year, of how much shifting and flowing I can do, and how well I handled it and how well I didn't handle it. And when you were saying, Ephra, about, don't focus on what you didn't do or what you did wrong or whatever, what wasn't going right. Focus on the stuff that did go right. Yes, but you also do have to acknowledge what didn't go right, what decisions you didn't make correctly, so that you fix them. You don't focus on it. That's the key word, like you said. You just look at it and go, okay, this didn't work. So what do I need to do differently? And then you shift and flow. And then the other piece was, I learned that there's certain things that I take and I run with. Like there's certain things that I'll go and I'll just take off and do. And then there's other things that I drag my fucking feet on to this day. And so 2021 for me is, one of the intentions is going to be that no more dragging the feet. Like 2021 that is it. Like that little piece right there has got to go, because it's proven to me to be problematic. And yet I still do it with certain pieces. So that's got to go. But I think 2020 overall, though, for a good handful of people has been an awakening. If it wasn't necessarily quote positive, at least go to this. Like we're saying, all three of us are going to agree on this, right? If 2020 was not positive for you, think of it as an awakening. And how am I going to do things differently for 2021? Yes, you've learned that you don't have everything in your life. Not everything in your life is in control. But what will you do differently to make things more in your control and in your favor for 2021? So setting your intention. So let's start moving that direction for the last 20 minutes. I mean, you guys say what you need to say, but
yeah. Ephraim, talk to me about what you have accomplished since being over there. Okay. You redid some of your house. You've been doing, right?
Well, my intention is to buy a house, and I haven't yet started that process. But a lot of things happened in Connecticut while I was here, that if I were to focus it's like you said, Lori, acknowledging the things that did not work, it is important. but the focus on that would stop you in the process, right? So for me, is this: you put your attention on anything, you put your energy, and that's what you create life. So for me, is this: I have been here working in something which is incredible. My classes online, it's so powerful for me. So it gives me so much insight. So I have such an amazing group of people that I get excited more and more. And I've been doing massages, more massage than I thought I was going to be able to do it. And I want to do even more. I want to create things here. But I've been in Florida for 2 months. And if you guys were to see what's going on with my family, and because of being here, it's fucking delicious. And it is, again, back to the intentions. I came here to with an intention of making a difference. It just by being present, by listening, by giving you whatever I got. And that's the biggest accomplishment for me here. And I've been seeing this happening in family and friends. And that was my main goal. And above all, like I said, I have this beautiful life that I have now here. That's not, I don't know. I don't even know how to thank the universe for this opportunity. But I also know that it was me who took the action to get the results I'm getting. So, yeah.
Absolutely. It's about the universe will provide, and it's
Yes.
up to you to make it happen. Like people think that the universe and God are going to come knock on your door, grab you by your hand, and walk you into paradise. And
No.
then they want to blame God and the universe when
When
shit
he
doesn't
doesn't,
happen.
yes,
And I
yes.
think, you know what, when if you have a dream, if you talk to somebody you never spoke to and they say some words that resonate, that's your message. Get off your ass and start making your dream a reality
Yeah.
because
No.
the doors are open.
People think that, oh, let's do affirmation, let's be positive, and they think this is how you create life. It is nice to think about it, it's nice to talk about it, but
But you got to
until
do
you
it.
get up and do something about the things you want to create, it will be only in your conversation, conceptually only. And everybody knows this. Everybody, everything that we talk about here, that I listen to you guys talk about all the time, it is nothing new. Everybody knows. But the thing
Yes.
is, why don't people get any result? At least why they don't get the fulfillment that they want, they're looking for in life. Because nobody wants to take action. Nobody wants to. Everybody's based on fear. What ifs? That's nice. And the truth of the matter is, you either get off of your fucking ass and do something, or you are gonna get what you always got before by doing what you always done.
Yes. And I've learned, here's the thing is if you are, because this was me, so that I'm not throwing anything at somebody because this was me. I was that person. You either want out of your life the way it is or you don't. That's there's only two ways. You either do or you don't. If you complain about your life, your relationship, your job, your financial status, and all you do is complain to all your friends and family members over and over and over again, the question you need to ask yourself is, do I really want out, or do I just love complaining about it? And because the thing is that the moment you say, I don't want this anymore, then you're out. You don't complain about it anymore. You just get out. So some people get stuck in that rut where they'll say, well, I don't know what to do, or I don't know how to do it. You set it in motion. That's why you set an intention. It's literally a list of what I want. You take a piece of paper, you take a journal, and you just sit down tonight or tomorrow, and you say, what do I want for 2021? We're not talking New Year's resolutions. You just say for the entire year, this is what I want. I want this and I want that, as crazy as it sounds, as unbelievable as it sounds, because the unbelievable can happen if you set it in motion. That's the first part. But then you have to take the action. You have to get off your ass and do the work. You have to also, the affirmations and the belief are really good. All of it. It's like all is necessary. You believe in the process, you trust in the process, but you also have to open yourself to opportunity. And when the opportunity presents itself, you don't sit there and go, oh, like when God actually opens that door, You don't say, well, you know what? I didn't do my hair and I don't really look that great. And, I'm not really dressed for it, God. So can you come back in 10 minutes? No, because opportunities knock. And sometimes you just have to dive right in because they are not going to come back. And you just have to say, yes, okay, okay, okay. It's like that. Listen, if you want to get inspired and laugh at the same time, tonight or tomorrow, rent the movie Yes Man by Jim Carrey, because it's such a great movie. It's talking about intention, and it's talking about not intention, but trusting in the process of just saying yes to everything, and then seeing how your life goes, how your journey goes if you just open yourself up to that opportunity.
Yes, and Ephraim said, it's good to have affirmations and mantras. And I'm a writer, so people think that what people have. I have a whole bookshelf of journals that people have gifted me because I'm a writer. I'm not. I don't journal. I don't. I come up with an idea. This is what I do. I write
Yes.
it down. I cross it out, and then I trash it. Why? Because that's no this no longer. I'll hold on to this, and this is what delays me. So when I said, Ephraim, the last thing that I learned to wholeheartedly trust my process means that as I thought it, I wrote it, I'm doing it. So
Beautiful.
it's all in one. It's all in one. There's no, and I learned that when I put a project that I'm now working on hold for 6 months because I researched so much, it became intimidating to me.
Yes.
And I don't get intimidated very easily at all, but this did. And that's why when I say I learned to trust my process means I'm talking it and I'm fucking walking it at the same time. So if
Ooh,
I fall on my
powerful.
face, I'm going to get up, I'm going to dust it off, and I'm going to keep going.
That's the game. Well, this is beautiful because it's like I said, everybody knows this. Guys, listen to this ladies here. They got it. And let's do this. This is 2021, almost there. It's like a few hours, and it's a brand new year for us to take action, be happy, pay attention to our health. There is no that's one thing, right? Going back to what you guys do, and you do very well, making a difference in that space of people's lives, which is health. If you are not taking over your health first, there is no steps you can take that's going to take you any further than where you are. And so this is the perfect thing for us to do it. Take action first, in my opinion, is the health aspect of it. And Lori, you got the key for it, right?
I do. Thank you for the plug. I appreciate that.
That's awesome. Yeah. Yeah, because, oh, look, I'm 56 years old and I am in the
And
prime of
you look so good.
So hot. Right.
Like you look so good. Look.
I like that. Oh, yeah, yeah. No, guys,
Oh,
I
I
always
snorted.
respect. Thank you. No, but the thing is, it's no matter where we are going with this conversation, any intention would be a great idea. Everybody knows. But the thing is, if we don't start with ourselves, and the last 7 months of my life, I've been doing the work
Yes.
in myself. So here it is. No matter how much intention I have in order to be here, a lot of shit happens that I could talk about and complain and cry. But the truth of the matter is, because my intention above all intentions is that I am giving the best I got, I have first to give that to myself. And the way I chose is through meditation. I sit my ass down and I tell my body, shut the hell up, stay like a little dog. And I've been practicing to be self aware. Where am I? Shit happens when it does because it's life. How am I going to deal with this? That is the most important intention for me. So I've been dealing with my own things. So whenever things come up that don't go the way my intentions were set, I am still going to be empowered. I'm still going to have the power to continue my path and continue into my intention because who I am, I'm health. I am out to cause and make a difference. And that work only you can do for you. Is that
Yes.
orientation?
Hey, listen, I gotta just jump in and just mention a few comments here because they're too juicy to leave out. So my cousin Anna says that you are very sexy. She
Thank you.
says he is sexy. And then let's see. Michelle Houston said, Gladiator Guru took her hair down for you, Ephraim.
And I had it right. No, my hairdresser sister yelled at me. She yelled at me in the comments. I was like, okay.
Oh my God. Our brother-in-law Frank said he does the 5 P's. Proper preparation prevents poor performance.
Oh,
I love
wow.
that, Frank. That's fabulous, Frank. Very good. So you know, Ephraim, you said something really key before. You said you didn't, I'm paraphrasing, you didn't say it in this exact way, but basically you said you going into 2021, you cannot go in with the same mindset you had and expect a different outcome. You can't. For those of you that did not like your 2020, you felt like you fell short of what you wanted to achieve, you can't go into the new year with the same mindset and expect everything to be different. You have to change you. That's where it starts. Like, you know,
Absolutely.
for anybody watching, okay, and we joke about it, okay, but let's call it what it is, okay? F for 56. Sorry, I didn't mean to throw you higher. And he looks fantastic, but he just didn't get out of bed and wake up and be like, look like that. He put the effort in. He made decisions. He made changes. He set an intention and decided to make the changes. And that's what it takes. You have to be willing to do the work. You're not, this is the interesting thing about the new year. And I feel it, but I've learned to control this. The new year, when I see the ball go down and I hear the people singing the song, I get a little choked up because I always feel like something's ending and then something's beginning, and it's a little bit of a loss, but not really a loss. Like I get emotional. That's just the way I am. But people think that you're going to get up in the morning, and I'm going to make a parody on this. I'm going to literally film a video on this. New Year's Day, you get up in the morning and you're like, New Year, everything's different. But that if you go into the fucking mirror, you're the same. It's like you open your window, it's the same. There is no difference. It is one day. But what you do need to do is you need to say, New Year, new me, not New Year's Day, new me, New Year, new me, and say, what am I going to do differently this year and make changes in my life for the year, not by the end of January, not by, within the next 2 months. It's not by, the first week of New Year's. You're not going to get it all in. It takes time to make changes in your life. So you have to say, I'm going to do it as long as it takes. If I want these changes, I'm going to do it as long as it takes. And then you put it into play. And then you follow the path. Like you take the action to do it.
That's it. There's different strokes for different folks.
Correct.
I don't care. I like to do. Right now, taking care of my mom, it has me a little held back. But like Ephraim, anybody who knows me knows that when I'm like, hey, I want to go on vacation next week, I went. And not my bank account didn't stop me. Nothing. I was like, okay, I want to go somewhere. I'm going to go. I've moved back and forth to Florida. I've lived in California. I've done different things. So then there's other people who are really strapped by fear. It's going to take them longer. Everybody got to work on their terms, but keep going forward.
Yes.
And because Ephraim moved on, I look at Ephraim, I'm like, damn, I live in Tampa 14 years. I've never chilled in a spot like that early in the morning. So now you're going to make me go and film one of my shows up in Clearwater Beach.
Fabulous.
The first weeks in January. So thank you.
So this is an amazing process. I gotta show you again. This is just to make everybody fucking jealous because this is called setting intention. Look, setting a fucking intention takes you where you want to go. Now, are you there exactly the way you planned? Well, not really. But the truth of the matter is, I'm here. And now, continue in the same path. If I were in Connecticut, because Connecticut was very comfortable for me, had a great house, great friends, great school. But hey, I always going to get what I want from what I want there. Nah, really. So now I do. So next time you go outside, go to the fucking beach and do a show from there. I would love to.
I am. Watch. Probably next week.
That's nice.
Because
I'm in love. No, I said I'm
it's
in love with this place.
beautiful. Yeah, you should be. I'm in love with the place and looking at you right now. I got a twofer.
I was just gonna say it's a twofer.
Yeah, so thank you for setting my intention for the day.
But this is the important thing. This is what does set things in motion, because just see, like, we get sometimes very stuck in our routine. Okay. And so you have to look outside the box. And sometimes looking outside the box is talking to somebody, going somewhere and seeing something new, being aware of your surroundings, watching a program and going, oh, I want to do that, or that looks really good. But that starts the conversation. So Gladiator Guru is home and she's got a beautiful sanctuary to film in. But now she's thinking, oh my God, I never really thought about just like packing it up and going to the beach to film. She does it normally. Like, she'll go and watch the sunset. She sends me pictures. This is what I was looking at. I was sitting on the beach. So she does that, but she didn't think, hey, let's do it let me film from here. This would be really great, and get myself going and have a different perspective for people. That's the whole point, is that you need to be inspired by people. You need to be inspired by nature. You need to be inspired by things that you see and books that you read. And then you need to inspire yourself to make the changes within yourself.
I know it's nice to have a nice place, but the truth of the matter is, if you don't wake up with intention to inspire yourself, there is no inspiration you're going to find anywhere else. You can read the best book, watch the best movie, you can listen to the best people in the universe, but you either are or you are not. And you might get a little taste of it, but it is not sustainable unless you do the work. The work starts, again, when you point to a finger, is to remind you who you are, what you do, and what you got. You're responsible.
Absolutely.
It's us.
Absolutely.
We have to be inspired.
We do.
Yeah.
We do. It's go ahead, Laura.
Because think about it, like, how many people live in Florida and they get up every day and they're like, I can't stand it here. And then, people come there, and like Efraim that moved there, or people that like, they get there. I couldn't wait to get here. I have friends that moved down too. She moved her whole family down there, in the, I think it was early summer, and they love it down there. And they appreciate where they are. That is where they chose to be. Florida's not for everybody. I have plenty of people that I know that don't live in Florida, that have no intention of living in Florida. That's fine. But you make it what it is. If you're not happy where you are, right? They always say, happiness is within. It is to a certain point. You make the choice to be happy. But you have to ask yourself too, if I don't like where I am and I'm not happy about it, then what do I need to do to shift that? And if you say, well, I can't move, I don't have the money, I don't have a job. How do you know that? How do you know if you don't set the intention? Think about it. Say, okay, I want to move somewhere else. I want to live somewhere else. I want to explore other things. I mean, Efraim did the same thing. I mean, he said, I want to move to Florida. Like, that's it. I want to be there. I know where I want to be. I know what I need to be near. And he created it. He set the intention. He put it into motion. Was it easy? No. I mean, it wasn't. No journey is always easy. I mean, life is not easy. But if you know that going in and you are fully invested in it, and you say, I really don't give a shit if it's easy or not, I'm going. Like, this is what I want and I'm going to do it. Then you would be able to navigate your life easy, and you will be able to, at those moments where it becomes very challenging, you'll be able to navigate through it. You don't have to do it by yourself. You could ask for help. You could, you could learn, you could reach out to, to get support, or, whatever you need to do, but you create it and you move forward.
That's it.
Yes.
You know what? nothing's easy, right? Nothing's easy. But easy is just that, easy. So go through the pain. Be that fucking caterpillar with the butterflies busting out in pain and live a beautiful life, as Ephraim's doing right now.
Well, we always say that like our talk creates. But the thing is this, right? Easy and difficult is only existing language. If we don't talk about that, then what is easy? What is difficult? You act on it. Again, goes back to the same thing. So I don't know, guys. I'm a blessed son of a bitch. I'll tell you this. When I decided to come, I had no fucking idea about none of this thing was going to happen. But I'm so blessed with the family I got, with the friends that I have. I told my nephew, I have many nephews in Egypt. When I told my nephew that I wanted to come, and I said, man, I don't know how the fuck I'm going to do this. He says, well, I got you. I figured, no, of course, they all got me, so they're my friend. But my nephew not only got me, but he got me the house that I live in with everything in it. Everything.
Wow.
I did not the only thing I brought from, and guys, this is setting intention, okay? I did not know this. I did not know this was going to happen. I invented that I was going to live in Florida. I had no fucking idea how I was going to do it. And the only thing I did, I put everything that fit in my car, in my truck, and that's all I brought from Connecticut. Everything else, I either gave it away or I sold. But little things. And I got here, my nephew, I bought the house, is set, all done. Now, how the heck did that happen? Is that because my family is rich? No. It's because somehow, somewhere in the universe, I believed it. So let's believe that this is going to be the beginning of an amazing era for us. That 2020 was perfect as it was. And now, let's believe, take action, and make this fucking thing the very best few hundred years of our lives. That's about different intention.
And you said
Love
something.
it.
You said something really, really important. Don't focus on the how. Like any coach will tell you this. Anybody who does this, like sets intentions on a regular basis, creates goals, makes vision boards. Your question is not how. Your question is, what do I want, and why do I want it, to get the emotional connection to it, and then let the how present itself to you. And when it does, be open to taking action. That's how you have to do it. And it's so hard for people to do that, because that means you have to trust in the process. We're so worried about trying to figure out how we're going to do it. If you say, well, I want to make this amount of money this year, or I want to get a new job this year, but I don't know, how am I going to do that? Don't focus on it. First, set the intention, say, this is what I want, and this is why I want it. And then keep saying it over and over again. Keep thinking about it every single day. Put that energy out there. And then if you're really a control freak and you're fearful about the how piece, then say, hey, universe or God or whatever, you say, can you give me a sign? Can you give me something out there that I'm heading in the right direction? And you'd be surprised what falls in front of you to just reaffirm to you that, yes, this is the right direction. If you're that person that absolutely needs the how, but start with making a list tonight, tomorrow. What is that I want? And then why do I want this? Go ahead.
But what if you don't know what you want, but you know you need to be in a different direction? Write that down too. You know, the universe is vast. Just go, so get up there and say, you know what? I know I need to be somewhere, but I need clarity because I really don't know where, but I know I must, because we do get that inclination. Like, I have to be somewhere, but where? Well, you know what? Meditate on it and visualize what it is you want to do. Yes. So just don't get stuck. I guess the message here is, you see Efraim in sunny, I don't see the sun out in my part of Florida, but you know, you see him with his little black wife beater and the palms swing in the background and stuff. You know, Lori with her tree of life. I'm here with the Buddha and my third eye chakra opening and my evil eye. But because we all have a direction we have to go in. So you got to figure out, try everything until you figure out what works for you. What lights that firecracker up your ass to keep you going towards your goal. Yes. Right? And if
Yeah.
you do that, because we're all different and we all have different desires, but just do it. The bottom line is get up, get dressed, show up for yourself,
Your life.
and take action. Take action.
Show up for your fucking life. Like that's just it's that simple.
That's
It
it.
really is that simple. And listen, one other thing is so the law of attraction tells us that whatever you put out, that's what you get. So if you put out the negative stuff, that's why they say, oh, don't focus on what you don't want in your life, because that's what you're going to get. But Gladiator Guru is saying something really important, that what if you go to write that list and you can't think, I don't know what I want? Then start with what you don't want, because let me tell you, we are very clear about that. When shit hits the fan in our life, we are very clear about what we don't want. And it's okay for you to write it down and just to start the conversation. What we just don't want you to do is focus on that. Say, this is what I know I don't want. I don't want this. I don't want this. I don't want this. Then you take that and you say, okay, now, if I know I don't want this, then what do I want? Like if you say, I don't want to be sick anymore. I'm tired of taking medications. Then guess what the opposite of that is? I want to be in good health. I want to be in great health. I want to be off meds. So start with the I don't want, then go to the want, and then crumple up the don't want list. So that's done. And then you focus on the want.
And just do it. I just think whether you got money in the bank or not, just do it. Whether you know who the fuck lived in that other area or not, just do it. When my husband died and I decided to go to Spain, I knew nothing about Spain. I didn't know where to change my money into euros. I didn't know nothing. And I went, and it was the best 1 month and a half of being abroad by myself with everything I own in a backpack, that I can't wait to do it again, that I am going to do it again. So the thing is that sometimes you just got to take a leap of faith on yourself and walk with yourself until you realize where the hell you got to be. But just do it. Just do it without fear. Being broke, I'm never broke.
It's
Go ahead.
like for us that are from different countries. You know, when I thought how difficult it was going to be for me to do this big change, it is a big change. I was in Connecticut for 31 years. I thought to myself, what could be more difficult than me deciding to leave my whole entire country, my family, everything, and going to a place where I can speak the language? And I made it be what it made it be. So what is Florida compared to this? Nothing. So action. Gotta do it. I did so many trips also. I always listen to you. I heard you saying that before. And I did so many trips in my life without any money, only with a credit card. And here I am. I done the trip and I paid the credit cards. And that's it. So action. Let's do it, guys. Let's go for it. Don't be thinking about how the fuck am I gonna do this. Just this is what I want, and that's how I'm gonna get it. Boom, done.
And be very aware of your excuses. We hear it all the time. Ages, oh, I'm too old. I can't do this. My kids, this, and that. Even write those down too. Say, what are my excuses? And then think about it. Right, they shouldn't be, but think about them and then say, but are they, realistic, or am I just using them as the excuse? Like if you say, I can't move because I have young kids, how do you know the kids wouldn't want to move? How do you know their life isn't going to be so much better when you move? Or if you shift jobs or anything like that. It's like we always try to assume things are going to be a certain way based on what we know of our life right now. But you cannot change things unless you change that. You can't have something new unless you change your old thinking.
That's it. I've always been spontaneous and impulsive. Some people say that's not good. I say this. You know why? Because it's my life. And you say you had no money, but you went on credit cards. Guess what? I would travel with whatever money I had in my wallet. The second time I moved to Florida, Efraim, I moved with that last paycheck. I paid the rent in Florida for 2 months in advance with my roommate. And I left Connecticut with that last paycheck, drove to Florida, and lived off that last paycheck until I landed a job. That's how fearless I can be when I make up my mind to do something.
That's beautiful.
It is, because I'm beautiful. Are you kidding me?
You are. I am like. You guys are gorgeous. Very beautiful.
That's it.
it's great to be in the show with you guys because you guys always acknowledge how whatever it is that you see me. But the beautiful part of it is to know that you guys only see me the way you are. I am a reflection of both of you. You guys are sexy and you guys are beautiful, and you always tell me that. And I am honored to be with you guys every time. So thank you. And I know you guys have beautiful people that come here all the time, and I feel so honored because, especially with Lori. Lori was my teacher, and I learned so much from Lori in school. And now to be able to have a conversation like two friends, it's not a small thing. So Lori, thank you, my
Yeah, that's
thank you.
beautiful.
You're so cute.
She's all modest. Oh, you're so cute. Everybody's saying they set their intentions with you this morning.
Oh yes, they did. That's what Lisa said. That she said he set my intentions as well. Yes,
So,
all the women on the show are like, yes, I'm going to set my intention for 2021 to have a hot man.
Did you did you not see? As soon as he came on, Michelle said, "Oh, Ephraim, he's my favorite."
thank you, love. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you.
That's good. That's a beautiful thing. It's beautiful.
So we do want to remind everybody too that oh, my kid's being really loud in the background, dude. Keep it down. We do want to remind everybody that we're starting Viva After Dark on the podcast. So we're going to be going in a different, on a different platform and hopefully grabbing an even larger audience. So God help those people that have never heard of us yet and are going to hear us on the radio waves, on the internet radio waves. So please make sure that you spread the word and that you you log in on the night that we start so that you could be part of that piece as well. And hopefully, I don't know, maybe Ephra will be he could be a guest on that show too. So we can bring you in a different group of people. So
it is from 10 to midnight, but we also will accept call-ins during certain topics in our show. So if you're listening and you have some tidbit to share or have a question, you can actually call in the radio and be with us on the phone when you ask your question. So that's a beautiful thing. We're so excited for it. We're very excited for it. Yep.
All right.
And any last words of encouragement, Ephraim?
My love, look, I think we all said everything that we're supposed to say. I just think that, again, this is a new year, guys. Let's make sure that we leave everything that did not work behind and invent a brand new life to live. You either create the life you want to live into, or life will create something you don't want, but it will be created no matter what. So intentionally create your life and step into it. That's that. Happy New Year, everyone.
Love it. Go ahead. That was beautiful.
Yep. So good. So listen, everybody, thank you, Ephraim, for coming on. I think you were like the perfect end to the year for this show. And you know what, everybody, it's New Year's, new year, new you. You can make this happen. You can make this happen. So I don't know, Gladia Guru, you want to share some last words of wisdom?
No, just, get off your ass and live your goals. Live your dreams. That's it. That's all I can tell you. 2020 put you in timeout. And you were held back and you got so creative. So now in 2021, put all that creativity to lead you to a life of abundance in health, wealth, joy, and just freedom. So just do it. Nobody's going to do it for you. So get off your ass and make shit happen.
That's it.
That's right. So everyone, enjoy your New Year's Eve celebration. Enjoy your New Year's Day celebration from Viva Cafe con Leche. We're going to say Happy New Year to you. And Efraim, thank you for coming on. We will see you again in 2021. You'll always be a guest on the show. There's no question.
I love you, ladies.
I love you too.
I know we love you. And so anyway, everybody out there, just remember, be you, be real, and be extraordinary for 2021 especially.
And every morning and every afternoon and every night, remember to breathe in the beauty that is you and breathe out the bullshit that you no longer need. Namaste.
Namaste,
Namaste.
everybody.
All right,
Happy
bye
New
guys.
Year.
Thank you.